Do you want a short joke, in and out, 1 minute, bing bang boom, laughs? Do you want that?
Okay.
Sure. Jesus fucking Christ! What am I at, a kid's library? That would actually be very sick. And I couldn't say anything I just said. Okay, here we go. It's a short joke, just for you, in and out, 1 minute, couple of words, boom, laughs. Here we go. Do you think that musicians who make sad songs, do you think when they perform the sad songs, if they see someone in the audience crying, do you think they go, ha, nice, you know? I freaking got you, crybaby. Ha, nice, you know? All these suckers crying for me, ha, you know? Sarah McLachlan, that's how Sarah McLachlan thinks, okay? I was hanging out with my grandma, more visiting, you know, that's one of the, yes. Yeah, I wasn't hanging out. We weren't like back to back in matching sweatsuits. Going like Saturday night. We were listening to old-timey music. I do not like this music. I don't understand this music. I'm talking about like 40s and 50s, post-World War II kind of stuff, you know? And I'm not talking about blues or soul or jazz, okay? I'm talking about like 4 white uncles, clean-shaven, in a line, looking at you all innocent, you know? But if you look closely, there's darkness there, you know? A lot of DUIs and yelling in those people, you know? Scabba-dee-ba-doo-ba-dee-ba, I yell at my kids, you know? But I don't like this music because you can't do anything to any. They have like songs that are like, the titles are like, she's sweeter than a sponge cake, you know? Can't wait to see my buttermilk dinner roll baby, you know? Obsessed with food. They thought women were food back then, you know? I'm convinced that a white barbershop guy, his ideal woman was you come home and you meet your wife at home and it's just a woman who's made of bread, you know, with mashed potato hair, you know? And you're just like, oh, tonight's gonna be wild. I love my bread woman, give me my bread woman. Bread woman never talks, you know? Hey, there, that was history. That's not me, okay? Got out of that one. Nice. But you couldn't do anything to that music. You know, music now, you can cry to it. You know, you can emote, get shit off your chest. You know, you know, you can do stuff like that. You couldn't do that back because it was so goofy. This goofy, weird music. You know, can you imagine trying to rage back then? You know, just you and a bunch of your friends, like, hey, fellas, come on, let's rage, fellas, come on, let's, you know, let's get some of this post-war energy off our chest, you know, let's go, fella. Pat, turn on the radio, you know. They're about to rage, Pat turns on the radio, and it's just like, I got my bone thumb stuck in a plum pie. My head's in some bread. Call me sugar daddy and tuck me in good night. And they're all like, fellas, if that's what music is like after the war, well, I'm going back to war. My friends died for this music? Okay. But you couldn't make love, you know? You couldn't play music and make love to the music you're playing, you know? Who here puts on music when you make love? Clap if you do. One? Okay, about 4 people are telling the truth. A lot of people lying, and you think you're so cool for lying, don't you? You know what's actually cool, though? Telling the truth, okay? That's what I thought. The only reason you should lie at that question is if the song that you play when you're making love is that one that goes dee-dee-da-dee-dee-do-do. You know? Getting gross these days, don't know what that's about. Horny without context, you know? Horny outside of the bedroom, you know? Like, because sometimes you couldn't make love to that music ever because sometimes it was goofy, but sometimes it was very haunted and possessive. A very weird time, you know? So can you imagine you're like, ooh, Susie, let's make love, Susie. I love you, Susie. Come on, turn on the radio, Susie. Let's make love. And then Susie turns on the radio and it's just this haunted song, you know, that's just like, Daddy's in the corner with the shovel. Blowing peppermint kisses. The guy's just like, Susie, we've been going down there for 14 years, but if that's what music is like, I'm going back to war. But a lot of my friends have, some of my friends, two of my friends have motorcycles right now. They have motorcycles, you know, which is, that's cool, you know, that's very cool. I think that's sick. And I'm always jealous of my friends who have motorcycles because they get to do that thing where your life is spinning out of control and then you go down the highway at really suicide speeds, you know? You know, your life is shaking, like, you know? And then right before you hit the cliff, you're like, you know, and then you do up your thing, you're like, something's gotta change. You know? I can't just like go rent a city scooter, you know, and just be like, yeah, you know, so on the highway, cars are like, you know, reach the cliff, oh shit, no, I'm not gonna get the deposit back. Something's gotta change. You